All right, so here we are at the house. It's very nice. You have a there's a pathway here. This is really wide here. You could fit two or maybe three cars, two and a half maybe. But looks like one car garage with a little extra space on each side. So one pitfall would be a shared driveway. Not a huge deal, but just one thing to kind of keep in mind. So um, they're having work done at this house right now, so there's more traffic and trucks and stuff here than I think would normally be, just because they're actively having yard work done and they're having some building done. So um here's this, and I don't since this house is occupied, and I'm not going to walk around quite as much around the yard and everything, but we'll get a quick peek here. So there's a lot of pretty landscaping that you'd probably have to maintain, but it is pretty. So I'll go this way. Backyard. So here's the backyard. So there's lots of woods back here. Lots of opportunity for adventures with little boys and nature excursions and things like that. So it's a beautiful lot for a homeschooling family for sure. We homeschooled for a few years, so I'm a big fan. Lots of exploration. I don't know exactly how far back this property goes or if that's parkland or whatnot, but you could probably determine that on Google Maps. But here we go. So patio area back here, little patio area back there. So very nice. It is fenced on the other side. It does not appear to be fenced on this side. So, all right, let's go inside. Okay, so I'm inside the home, and there are people in here right now. So you'll hear some noises, so no big deal. So in the entryway here, probably a coat closet. So this is a big house, I can tell right away. Nice big coat closet. We'll come through here. Here's that office that we saw in the photos. So yeah, so lots of built-in shelving. Oh, okay, in a closet. So this would be a great homeschool room too. And we got this gentleman's doing some work through here. Wow, yeah, huge living room down here. Beautiful space. And that's the door that says "Do not open." So we'll take a look at that. Potter room here. Very nice. And then here is this living room here. So there's no overhead lighting in here. You'd have some lamps. Kind of a neat bar area. Back here, oh, with a little sink. It is a little dark, but so fire, that's like a wood stove. And then, so it says here, "Do not open door. Access from laundry and dining room." Okay, so, yeah, I don't know why, but they've asked that you not use that door. This is likely the garage. Let's see. Oh, okay, I can't get in there. So, through here, kitchen. So we come up 2 steps here, and here's the kitchen. So great space here for, if you wanted more workspace, or if you wanted to put a little table or a little island for the kids to have breakfast at. Beautiful cabinets, microwave, electric range there. So the sink overlooks the yard and the deck, and it's not like apartment size small, but it's not one of those big, like 36-inch sinks that you dream about. But it would be fine. You're just borrowing it. It's not a tiny sink. It's not the smallest sink I've ever seen. Let's just say that. So through here, you have the laundry room. So got one little cabinet for storage. Some, you could put a shelf there for the cleaning supplies. Washer, dryer, and there is plenty of room here too. Like they have the recycling. That makes perfect sense. There's the deck, so you can see, and then you can access the outside from this door here, and then that's a tiered deck, so it goes down. And oh, the woods are really pretty. Nice big fridge. And so the dining room is over here. So this is a big space here. You'd have plenty of room for a large table. And I think there's a little baby who needs to take a nap, so I'm going to lower my voice a little bit just so we don't disrupt them. But here's the front living room here. So you'd come up a couple steps, And then, yeah, so you can see here, there's these 3 pretty windows. And I'm going to go back around so we don't disturb the baby. It's always weird when people are here. Okay, so let's go. Cool wood floors in here. Here's the basement. All right, so carpet down here. Hidey hole here. I don't know. I always like to open these mystery doors. Oh, never mind. That one doesn't want to be opened. Okay. So down here, great big space down here for, you know, a young man cave. This could be storage or like a stage. Oh man, you could have the coolest stage down here. That'd be so cute. Another little Heidi door there, another fridge. I don't know if, you know, these extra appliances convey or if they're the tenants. Here's another access to the outdoors, to that kind of patio down there. We'll take a couple more steps down into this room. And this is another very large room down here. That's the mirror that you can't remove, and you wouldn't want to try to remove that because it would break into a million pieces. In here we have another room, potentially with no lights. Oh, wait. Okay, well, furnace, water heater, some built-in shelving. So definitely some storage in here. It kind of makes up for one car garage situation. Yeah, so this would be kind of a basic storage room, not really a usable room. But this is a beautiful space down here. This is a big room. This could be a guest room for sure. Let's see. Okay, so then we have this room, and then we'll check out the bedrooms, and then we'll be all done. So this is a pretty kind of tile right here. Okay, so we'll take a quick peek at the bedrooms, and then we'll be all set. So here's that front living room from this angle, and then up the stairs here. So the paint, you know, the paint feels like a rental, okay? Like the floors are in good shape, and it's a lot of house, and it's a great location. So here we have this room. We have people getting ready to move. You have 2 closets in here. I think grandma's maybe staying with the family for a little bit. So 2 windows, ceiling fan. Here's the second bedroom upstairs. Nice size on this one too. 1 closet, ceiling fan. Carpet's in pretty good shape. I mean, you know, it's used carpet, but it's not gross. I don't smell anything. It could use a vacuum and maybe a professional cleaning, but 3rd bedroom here. So these are all about the same size, which is nice. Linen closet. Here is the upstairs hallway bath. So we have vanity, mirror. There's a lot of color in the house. So that's, you know, either pro or con. This would be a really fun kids' bathroom, right? Because it's got fun colors. So wood floor here, and then the bedrooms are carpeted. So here's the primary. Nice space in here. So you got some windows, overhead lights, which is nice. Primary bathroom here. Single vanity, but it's pretty big. Linen closet. There's the toilet back here. And, you know, basic shower. So not premium bathrooms necessarily, like in some of the townhouse we looked at more recently had some nicer bathrooms, but you know, this is a great location, and there might be a light in there. Oh, okay. Well, that's not gonna work. Okay. This is a very nice big walk-in closet here. So it's a beautiful space. There's a lot of house. This is a lot of house. All right, so then linen closet. So you have the 4 bedrooms up here, and then high ceilings, which is nice. Bunch of kids right here. Here's the street. I'm really zoomed in, so I wanted you to see the kids. But yeah, it's nice, beautiful positioned lot on a cul-de-sac in a well-established neighborhood, and there are lots of children at that house right there.